What up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Jhammaster J, and I'm back with another album review. This album here is called Affected by Cozz. I'll say it again. Affected by Cozz. Cozz is a Los Angeles-based rapper who actually during a round was just parading his demos around for people to sign, and got the attention of J. Cole, and as J. Cole was getting his Dreamville label off the ground, managed to sign him and put his first album out. Didn't listen to it, so I can't really say, but how I got the attention to listen to the second album, mainly from Instagram page Shady Hip Hop Facts. There was a lot of hype surrounding Cozz and his second album, and I say, hey, you know what? I did enjoy JID's last album. I thought it was pretty good. Let's see what some of these Dreamville people have had to offer. I've never heard any Dreamville people outside of J. Cole, obviously, and JID, and I've only heard Omen on Just Features. My reason will be towards the end of this video. Without further ado, getting into Cozz's album, I did not know what to expect. I didn't know if he'll have anything good, anything bad. I've heard a couple of his singles. Some were okay. The one that stood out to me was Confidence and Ignorance, and I say, okay, let me see what his album's gotten. And so far, he's come out with a pretty good album. Very good, actually. You know, the guy's strength is there. He's got flow. He can deliver a rhyme. His voice is very confident when he rhymes. Just a bunch of stuff. I mean, getting into it, the sound is very groovy. Is the sub bass, the bass, or I won't say sub bass, but there's bass in that album. It's fast paced. There's synthesizing drums in a majority of some of the background. You got some of the chipmunk vocals on Zendaya. You got a little bit of the more dramatic tone. There are times where he'll kind of, break the fourth wall. He's done it twice in an album. Can't say it's a bad thing. I do believe it kind of says a side to him. There are certain moments where he gets a conversation with his phone. One song he talks about, wanting someone older because she knows what she wants, because he can learn how to womanize at a young age, something like that. I don't know, but it's in the tracks on there. My only problem with the albums is production is fine. And as far as him rapping, obviously nothing too clever is coming out of his mouth. I don't think he needs to have something clever, but because, like I said, if anything, he's got a lot of potential and to really go somewhere. At least as far as if he improves, if he works on his skills, if he works on his lyrics a little bit more, if he works on I don't think he needs to work on his delivery at all, but if he works on his lyrics a little bit more, if he works on structuring a rhyme a lot more, make it sharper, I think he can actually do well in this rap game. You know what I mean? Maybe not be the best, but work on his image. But that's literally the small thing. That's literally the minor thing I got against him, is just he needs to stand out a little bit more. Favorite track, or at least favorite tracks, really was Badu, Hustler Stories, a track with Kendrick. I thought Kendrick, the features I wasn't really a fan of. Kendrick was okay at best. Currency didn't really stick out, which is ironic. Badu as well. Also just sometimes when I listen to the tracks, the intro doesn't really grab me. They don't grab me as much to be like doom 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 doom. I'm just really getting into it. It's like the intro actually is just there. But when the song actually progresses, then I'm really into the track. Which gets to my favorite tracks here. We have Questions. The way the track starts, like I said, the way he just flows well. A lot of that piano stuff, Ignorance and Confidence, Demons and Distraction, especially the first half was one of my favorite. The second half was nice. It was cool. Once again, he, breaks the fourth wall just to get into the second half. Vanessa was pretty awesome. The beat, Affected, where he introspectively talks about, people not to trust. It has that little Spice One-esque sound to it, where the piano is just so beautiful. That dark piano that they play in that beat. Not a minute more, where the track ends with the Chipmunks sound in the background, just like Zendaya, but this one's a little bit more fast-paced, and he ends it on such a strong note. Now, my major complaint about this album is not necessarily Cozz himself, but more Dreamville, the record label. My issue is that, with the exception of J. Cole and J.I.D., in my opinion, barely anyone in this group sticks out. Like, nobody. Like I said, I've only heard Omen on a couple of features, heard Boz on a couple of features, Earth Gang. They're not really sticking out as they should, as they deserve, and I think that's what Cozz. Because you could say, what I mean, with Top Dog, we know each and every individual member, each and every individual's project sticks out. They got a different look, they got a different vibe. No, I'm not saying people in Dreamville should dress up and wear funny stuff. I'm saying my beef is the fact that they need to do more in this record label, because right now I am not convinced. And I do believe they can go somewhere if they just find a way to be individual. Just like J.I.D. His sound is individual. His look is individual. Everything about it screams individuality. I believe Cozz has that potential to find his own sound, because I know the potential is there. The potential sound is there. But it has not come out yet, and I want his potential to turn to kinetic. And that's really much what I have to say about this album. I was initially going to give this a 9 out of 10, but because of what I just said, and I've thought about it, I have to be a little harder on him, and I hope Cozz watches, or at least sees my Instagram first reaction review, and takes this criticism for what it is, and I hope this actually pushes him to make better music. So instead, I'm gonna have to bump his rating down and give it an 8 out of 10. Not a bad project, he just needs work. With that being said, if you're an artist trying to branch out for some promo, you're looking to get some music out, if you want me to review anything else outside of music, just DM me on Facebook or Instagram.com. I'm trying to get my own separate Facebook page off the ground. At Jhamil Barlatier, trying to grow this fan base, you know what I mean? And look out for some more videos coming out on music reviews. It'll be a doozy. With that being said, this is Shake Master J, signing off with a crotch grab.